Hey guys, Devourer today. I'm gonna go into normal and play it a little bit at least. This is gonna be a shorter stream for now. Oh my god. Looks like the light of God is behind me. Hold on, let me fuck with my camera. Turn down the exposure. Still gonna be a... That's still really bright. Um... Huh. Perfect. Good morning, kitten. Thank you, Aaron. Very, very good. Very good. Okay. Turn the camera down for now. Hello, little Foxy. Been playing Devour and I'm excited for it in keys. Yeah, with things lasting longer, it'll feel a lot better. Right now, M0s right now are, like, actually such a joke. They just fall over. But it's, it's also getting a significant buff right when the week rolls over, so it's gonna feel even better in M+. Okay, before I get into anything, just quickly checking if there's anything here I didn't make. Oh, right. Put my Discord on D&D. Getting 100 logs with a blanket? Yeah, the blanket's part of the parse, man. Okay, I've turned my camera down too much. It just looks so weird. I'm putting it up one more level. Not both levels, though. That's awful. It'll get darker behind me over the next, like, hour or so anyway. It's just where the sun is right now, still coming in through all the back windows. Dude, my hair looks fucked again. I gotta stop having a shower, then going to bed with my hair wet. Not spending 13k on that. Don't have the recipe. GG. Not a recipe. Not spending my gold on it. Unforge. I'll make this one. I should probably spend my points at some point somewhere. You exchange info with Voodoo about Havoc and Devourer. I mean, all of our information more or less comes from the same place. Like, there's a Sims channel where Havoc is extensively worked on in various ways. And yeah, we'll definitely correct each other on certain things. The person that I share Havoc information with most is actually Word Up. Because he writes the Icy Vein guides for Havoc. And me and him pass back and, like, bounce ideas off each other while we're doing our guides early season. Good morning, Anova. Welcome in for the 10 stream watch streak. What do you think about the Devour buff coming? I actually made a video on it. It's a little... I think it's a little too big. But considering that Devourer is brand new, that's probably intentional. But yeah, I have a video kind of going over the buffs here. Okay, so, what I want to do... I'm not doing a call to arms. Is... I think I'm just gonna go into normal and do some raid on Devour. Okay, this raid has no shaman buff. That's not ideal. The unfortunate thing is, okay, so playing Devourer here, I do not have an enchant on my leg, so I'm losing like 2% damage there. Actually, pretty damn significant. I also need Mastery Flask. Mastery Flask goes on bar. Phoenix Oil. Oh, my Hardy Rose, so we're good. BS melee rotation's kind of degen. Always has been. I don't play Void Scarred. Haste your Mastery Flask. Best to do 2 quick sims. Also hide the shell. But yeah, best to do 2 quick sims, trying to sim between both of them. I know it does Mastery as a default. I think specifically because you're supposed to use Potion of Recklessness, but you only would use this if your Mastery is higher than your Haste. If it procs on Haste, it's really not good. Is there a bug on Sims for Burning Blades? My Burning Blades damage is never as high as on Sims. No. What it likely is Burning Blades is one of the highest or damage sources that will come down when you're missing globals. Because any globals that you're missing is probably things like Blade Dance not being pressed on cooldown quite. There's going to be some gaps. And when you start missing globals, those are always going to end up being Chaos Strikes, and those are exactly what builds into Burning Blades. The other thing is, every fight has Cleave, and Burning Blades is just on your pure single target. Pretty much every other damage source is going to go up with more target count, so it will be comparatively lower. TLDR, a little bit of play better and a little bit of that'll happen because of Cleave. My stats are okay. Not the best, but they're okay. What build are you playing in normal? Regular Eradicate Cleave build. Same stuff you'll find on Wowhead.
Let the void consume itself.
Dude, these mobs porting is so fucking annoying. Holy crap. Definitely, like, I have way too much crit, but nothing I can do about that. Got a crit proc trinket. Crit on neck. Well, actually, I can just hover this. Crit on legs, my crafted legs. 3 of my 4 tiered set pieces have it. So it's like, I can fix the cloak, boots, belt, but I need raid gear for that, and it's not happening this week, so. As always, I'm going to continue playing both, but after Devourer buffs, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to look at playing Devourer. It's just how it is.
All that talk of your precious family, and it wasn't even me who broke it apart. It was the light. I will silence it once and for all!
On my main, I got an agility-only weapon, which I upgraded. Foolishly not expecting Devourer to get buffed to the moon. So I can't actually use my heroic piece as Devourer. On my ult, I got a very poorly statted neck. I think it was the first neck. Hey, Chef, I'm having trouble making it the gates and meta opener. Should I just open with Hunt first? Or is it worth holding on to before I hit meta, do you think? Nacho, I would practice the opener more and more, because the only way that's happening is that you're slow with the opener and not playing it correctly. Or you're throwing in extra globals that shouldn't be in there. So really, it's just like you need practice. I wouldn't recommend changing your opener to be wrong to compensate when you could just practice the opener. Your first raid is Devourer and you're competing with me? Alright. Don't worry, this is my first raid boss as Devourer in this expansion, technically. No problem, Nacho. Need some stream predictions. I'm gonna bet on me. No flame. Oh, fuck, I didn't even look at my drop optimizer. What did I need? Looks like the Emberwing Feather isn't actually that good from Windrunner Spire. Art of Wind is okay, though. I like Devourer, yes, Callum. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Are we... Shaman's just AFK.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I just plotted way too early for no reason. Told you guys I'd win. I'm not gonna re-chat until the boss is over. I am not comfortable in the spec for doing that right now. Kinda ruins the point of being here to practice. See? Devour's fucking good. It's hard to play. One of the highest skill cap classes there's ever gonna be. Holding his meta for just a second. You being sarcastic? No. No, the spec is legitimately incredibly fucking hard to min-max and one of the highest skill caps that there is. It's very simple to understand how to play it, but everything that you fuck up is incredibly, egregiously punishing. And it's just one of the biggest gaps that you're ever going to see is this spec in damage differential based off skill. I'm not being even a little bit sarcastic. Like, look at the fucking gap. That's... I'm not in optimized gear. I do not have my fucking leg enchant on. If I recrafted my leg and put int on it alone, it's 3% damage. I have multiple trinkets that are like 2.5%, 3%. I have double 259 weapons, because the weapon I upgraded on Hero Track was for Agi only. Spec's incredibly good. It's very, very hard. It's probably going to be massively represented in Race to World First with those buffs. And it's still going to be pretty bad at a mid-level. Same... I'm not going to say same problem as AUG, because it's very different why it's like that, but gonna kind of be the same problem, Zog. Also, Michelle, sorry I kind of owned your parse.
Then do it. We'll meet up once you're done smiting our foes.
That was 16,000 DPS ahead of my best Havoc parse on this boss, by the way, with lower item level. Weird how Spec with so few buttons can be that stressful, because the amount of buttons has never had anything to do with class complexity or difficulty or how punishing something is. Well, actually, complexity, yes. Sorry, the other two, no. Difficulty is not related to buttons, and how punishing something is not related to buttons. You can give something, like, 12 different buttons, but if 6 of them are things that you press every 20 to 25 seconds, and it's only very marginally better, which is kind of what, like, Havoc had going on with Sigils, then you can just fuck up, and it's not that noticeable. But then this spec has very few buttons, and anytime you're not pressing something, you're just losing a massive amount of damage, because you don't have high damage cooldowns. Everything is tied to every single button press. So no matter what, when you're missing a single global, it is heavily impactful on your damage and noticeable. And honestly, most people playing World of Warcraft are probably getting about 80% of their globals, maybe 90 at the top end. Is Havoc viable? Yeah, Havoc's very, very good right now. As of next week, Havoc will still be very good, but Devour is going to be probably better across the board. Are you going to release more Devourer guide? I'll make M+ stuff in the future, but I already have a raid Devourer guide.
Power grows in the belly of an ancient beast.
Okay, I went and looked. That was a rank 3. Dude, why am I lagging so bad? Let me just slam close my Firefox tabs. No, wasn't that. Might have been Steam. Don't remind me to change this back after. Just gonna spend the fucking gold. Do you bind your unused trinket to better use it separately? I think it's technically better to use it separately. But I just bind it in. I don't have an unused in this build, but I bind it in. The funny thing is I fucked up my potion on that pole. I just pressed it randomly with my first Void Ray instead of with my meta. I was just like Havoc brain down. I was like, oh, I'm pressing I-beam. I gotta pop first. Did something change at midnight? I am attempting a @player macro for meta and it's not going off. Can you post the full macro? Because @player meta works. Also, we're talking Havoc, right? Because Havoc's the only one that can do that. You had no weapon oil on the first boss. That was definitely it. You got me this time. I just think Dev's really good. You can deal with movement really well, but you need to know how fight movement works, and you need to plan. Like, you don't randomly have a mechanic that forces you to move 99% of the time. It's not random. It's, something you should be able to know. You probably added the potion thing wrong, yes.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Did we not lust?
Beware.
I literally had to stop and type lust. This raid is something. I fucked my opener over it. Getting knocked here, so can't be in a cast. At least not a channel.
Beware.
I'm not in that, am I? I want to find out the hard way that I was. Be able to meta after this next Void Ray. Blur on this. Could have got a collapsing star off if I played that a little better.
Beware.
Seems good. I am, yeah, 256. I have 4-piece. My stats are not greatly optimized. I have way too much crit.
They stood with us while
Not sure yet, Dennis. I don't know if I'm gonna do it for next week or not.
of course they stood with us.
Um,
Only to bring us down from within.
what does 4 set do for Dev? It's actually really minor, to be honest. I think our 4 set on this spec is, like 3.5% damage or 4% or something. It's just 10% Void Ray damage and 10% Collapsing Star damage, plus Collapsing Star generates 10 Fury. It's a little nice, but it doesn't do much. Show my talent. Just playing the Raid Eradicate build. Same one for my guide. LFR? No, this is normal. You need more crit on Devourer. Without seeing the sim, I couldn't tell you more, but if you have almost 0, then I could see it. Or it's something to do with the fact that on Devourer, you sim Recklessness Potion, and what that means is that your highest stat cannot be Haste. So if it's telling you to swap Haste for crit, it might be because your highest stat is Haste, your Recklessness pod's giving you Haste, and that's really bad for the potion. So it actually wants you to make Master your highest stat. Could be what it is. Do you change talent build for any bosses? Honestly, no. Voracious is probably the only boss where you consider dropping Eradicate and taking Devourer's Bite, but other than that, there's no swaps. Also, just to be very clear with everyone here, this is my first time playing this on this raid. I played Havoc entirely. That was the second time I've pulled a boss as Devourer since this tier started. I have not really been playing it. Of course, I played it on beta. How do you see your abilities above your action bar? Like my current casts, these? This is from, Enhanced QOL. I have it for the stream. It's an action tracker. My UI video goes over it, I believe. I can't actually pull it up during combat, but pull it up in a second. Action tracker right here. Are we Havoc stance cooked? No, Havoc's still really good. I talk about it in my buffs video. Like, even looking at it, objectively speaking, Devourer is only going to be very slightly ahead of Havoc. It was actually kind of sizably behind, especially in boss damage. Also, one of the 3 buffs, Focus Ray, this is going to do nothing on most Void Rays. It only works if you hit a single target, like Isolated Prey, which we specifically don't run on Havoc in this tier, because there's virtually no times that you actually get pure single target. So it's like, Devourer's going to get a good bit better on Voracious. It'll do a bit more on Saladar. But Focused Ray isn't going to be that big, so it's mostly the Collapsing Star buff and the 3% Aura buff. Dragon Trinket from the raid is really good. It's this one. That's on Havoc. Vilgor's Final Stare. It's a massive amount of mastery. But yeah, if you popped that and then popped Recklessness after, it would work. But for me, I just need mastery above haste. Do you have tier already, Lion? Because if you don't, I wouldn't really recommend it until you get 4-piece. Thank you for the follows, guys. Yeah, what the fuck? My YouTube stream's popping off. Hello, everybody. We're parsing in normal for fun. Do you have any recommended macros? I actually have a video for that. But no channeling macros are still kind of bugged.
Oh, but it is. All the power you desire. Far more than you can control.
Spare no pity for this fallen.
Your reap on cooldown or only on procs? I have a whole raid guide to talk about that. Only on procs. Specifically around 3-stack Voidfalls, or when you're going to be losing Moment of Craving. Yeah, I'm not eating that. Use no channeling macro on shift 2? Don't do that. Don't do that. So, shift already can't cancel, it can't cancel consume. It can't cancel, collapsing star. So, no channeling only makes it so it can't cancel Void Ray as well. I really don't recommend that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I pre-pulled. Sorry. Should have target swapped. I actually just fucked myself when it died. Got that last collapsing star, though. I'm not going even a little bit at them, and it's making me sad. This is not going to be a way to parse with how they're tanking this. I forgot to potion on my first meta. Oh, I griefed this pull, but it's okay.
Beware.
I'll pot here because this is a damage burn anyway. Not a significant one, but it is one. Don't get another clapping star in the window, though. This sucks. My cleave.
Beware.
Dude. they actually are keeping it far enough away so that I can't cleave at any fucking point. It's so sad. I'm so sad. That's what we're finishing at, I guess. It's like 65k. Not good. Oh, that is so tragic. Hello, Nintern. I I was actually so fucking disappointed in how that was being tanked.
Zalatar, you will face the judgment of the light.
Why do you cast Consume and not Eradicate sometimes outside of meta? Oh, like I have Eradicate up and I'm not pressing it? If I'm at, like, 2 stacks of Voidfall, I'm gonna build the 3 stacks with Consume first, then press it after I get to 3 stacks, drop the Meteors. Instead of pressing Eradicate, and then Voidfall comes up, and you either can't generate, or I need to press another Reap, and pressing another Reap isn't actually that good, and then you end up having to build back, and yeah. But yeah, you're supposed to, if you're not going to be losing anything, like here, I'm going to have 2 stacks, so I'm going to consume until I get a 3 stack of Voidfall, and now I would Eradicate. And like here, I would press meta, and I'm not going to, or like at the boss, but you'd press meta and then bring the Eradicate in. And yeah. I DH to 262 4-step, stare and gaze, and look strength with 2 ring nexus. Hell yeah, dude. That is, actually fucking disgusting. Like, what? Excuse me? You have like 4.5 item levels on me after I've spent crests. And, all the bitch shit. I don't got any of that. I didn't get any Devourer gear, by the way. I really didn't, like, put in or push for me to get it, because I thought I was just going to stick to Havoc, because the caster gear is so contested in my guild. So it's like, I think it's just better for me to play Havoc, take the less wanted gear, and, you know, let people do their thing, but very clearly, or very, very clearly, that's not the case now. Sorry, I was just looking at chat and noticed that our tank just kicked the other tank. He's getting a new one. Is it possible to have too much haste and not enough mastery? Yeah, literally, if you have more haste than mastery, and you're using recklessness pots, it'll give you haste, which you don't want. It's way too much haste, and it's mostly wasted. Why holding meta doesn't go away on pull start? Here, I'll press it for you, man. So meta right now. Meta does not stay when you pull the boss, though. Thanks for the Devour guide. Our guild had our first raid night, and I topped. Got stuck in this damn boss, though. Congrats on topping, Cowboy. Do you think race we play is... No, it doesn't have a significant impact on DPS. It's like 0.1 or 0.2%. Still doesn't really matter. Any perfect amount of haste? Not that I know of. Havoc's still good compared to Dev. I think Havoc is literally better right now, before the buffs. After the buffs, Dev is going to be better, but Havoc's still going to be good. But yeah, no, meta does go away on pull start. We were at like the end of trash when I came up, and I just didn't bother. I have more mastery than haste. Just looking at logs, etc., feels like I have a lot of haste compared to some of the logs I've been seeing. Follow sims. Like, one thing to keep in mind is people that are like parsing better than you or good players, they didn't get to pick their gear either this week. So, follow sims. I'm not in gear that I want to be in. If I could change my stats around, I'd probably be cutting off like 300 crit and moving it into haste and mastery. I mean, that's the thing. It's not just a lazy answer. It's... all I can tell you is what my sim tells me, which is gonna be wrong for a lot of people's characters. So I could give you an easy answer. It would just be objectively wrong and terrible. Unfortunately, most people just want to be told what to do. They don't actually want the right answer. They want the easy answer. But I am never down for giving that. How much you sim? For Devour? Let me look. I want to say it was nearly 70k. I sim at 72k. This is chonky character sheet. Are there no crit mastery next this tier? There is in the next raid. The one that comes out in a week and a half. Bellaran drops it, I think? Oh no, maybe there isn't. Sorry, this is the Bis Havoc neck, though. There's no crit mastery, but there's this super high mastery neck with 2 sockets. only I could get any gear whatsoever. All you can really do is run your zeros, make sure you did your weekly praise, hard and mythic, make sure you did all your bountiful delves, and got your map and did that. Oh. You finding Devour? Good. Parsing. Are the macro bugs fixed on VS? No. As far as I know, no. But also, I don't really play Void Scarred, to be honest with you. This boss is going to be a little weird to do first time. What's the play on the boss to get Collapsing Star on ads? Honestly, Crasher, I think you absolutely never target an ad on this spec. They just die so fast. Devourer is not good on this boss. You really can't get a Collapsing Star off on them. And if you Collapsing Star the boss, it's not really going to hit anything. So all you can really do is Eradicate Cleave and Void Ray Cleave. How's it going, Pinze? I feel like normal is too easy for the amount of time we've been sitting here.
5,
But at the same time, we're gonna fuck it up and wipe here.
2, 1.
That boss was further away from me than I thought, Jesus. Wait, you could bring a fucking Eradicate in? I didn't know that. I hate that. That should not be a thing. That thing's getting finished for sure. Fuck, I walked out of range for a second and just lost a Collapsing Start. These bosses are actually ass on this. This feels so bad. Their hitbox is so big, but range is clearly center to center. Like, I can't hit him from there. I know I can bring meta into dungeon bosses. Does not work the same for raid bosses? No. Raid bosses reset all your stuff on pull. That's why Eradicate shouldn't be able to be brought in either. Yeah, you should not try to cast Collapsing Star on ads. Does Glaive on Havoc hit both? I have no fucking idea. I don't think so. We have to run back, or does this port take us there? I think the port takes us there. Best spec for M+ on DH? I gotta be so real. I get asked that multiple times a day. M+ isn't even open. Both specs got massive changes. Sims don't work for M+. I'm guessing if I tell you anything. I don't know. I think Devourer and Havoc will be close, and they have had so many balance changes since we've last been able to do Mythic Plus on either spec that there's absolutely no fucking way anyone knows the answer to that question at this point. What keyboard and mouse do you use? Mouse, I have a G903, a Logitech G903. Keyboard is a Corsair K70 TKO. Corsair K70 TKO. Given some fights seem to favor Havoc and some Devo, is it better to min-max one or the other, or try and min-max both and swap gear and specs between? Devourer is getting buffed significantly, so... the thing is, it's better to play what you're better at. If you're a better Havoc player than a Devourer player, you're just simply gonna do better on Devourer, or Havoc. But I think Devourer's gonna be better as of next week, slightly. On everything. Okay, what I'm trying to see here is, if I I-beam inside this boss, does it hit him? It does, but it's not even hitting the other boss, so it doesn't matter. That's hitting. Got to pot. Potting now. Guys are awful. It's such an easy mechanic. You get warned like 15 seconds in advance. Also, he's just kicking people the second they fuck up.
Come to the light's blessings.
This is... Honestly, I thought we were going to wipe. I should press this meta, but now I'm going to wait till the Dragons are back down. I legitimately hate the way that we're doing this, though. I thought I was going to generate another soul and be able to press the collapsing star. And then I fucked up my ordering. Did we just... Huh. This is awful. This group is so bad at this. That's why I don't target an orb. I knew better than to ever do that. I am not playing this fight well. If you need to press more than just Void Ray itself, you do not build the press Void right now. You just go right into meta. Heavily recommend watching the guide for sure.
They have forfeited their right to live.
We need damage on Veilgore, so I'm targeting Veilgore main. Please keep these side by side at least. Still not playing this fight well. It's got the collapsing star off at least. They're so stupid. Ah! It's so simple! It's such an easy mechanic. The warning is so big that you have it. I can't. Guys, I can't. I can't. We also are not killing this. And we're dead. This now explodes on our group. How are people struggling so hard? Got a group to push with this season? I don't believe so. Placing my food buff.
Five, four, three, two, one.
This Prez is actually getting mad because the group is not stacking for his healing. And it's like, you are not going to last as a preservation evoker if you're complaining about this on this boss. You literally need people to hit Azarac. Impressive. Holy fuck. Yes, this is a pug group. So, that Dread Breath mechanic, I haven't gotten it yet in this run, but, like, to be very clear, it tells you that you have it about 10 seconds before anyone else in the raid can see that frontal. It is the most wildly telegraphed mechanic, and it's just so easy. It's so easy, I'm getting so frustrated watching this get fucked up. Yeah, no, like, you can't not know that something's happening, but you can definitely ignore that something's happening, which is exactly what's happening. And this is just like, holy crap, man. Trying to figure out how to fucking ping the boss so people swap. I wish this ad would spawn sooner. That feels awful as Devourer, where your meta just drops because you can't cast for 3 seconds. Dude, the blanket does not come off when I'm in the chair. Comfy. What does this raid do? Like, we don't even have Lust pressed. People are so stupid, man. Bosses are uneven, so now they have bonus damage, and it's just like... Oh god, we finally stacked them! I can finally cleave! Yippee! This has been so frustrating. Just not getting feared. Fuck that. We killed it, though. Also, I realized pretty late, we don't have a hunter in this raid for Hunter's Mark. So that's just missing 3% damage on multiple bosses.
She's the one who needs to be careful. I will turn the void itself against her.
No hunter? Yeah, Baz, sign up. Get in here.
I am the flame of judgment. Burn.
I think we have no hunter, at least. Yeah, no hunter.
Only yourself. You can come back from this.
Arthuan's getting the trinket, the Holy Priest. Wait, which trinket? Oh, is it, Bilgor's Final Stare?
Mustn't. We all stray sometimes. What's important is finding our way back.
of yourself, Bellamy.
I am.
Get you in?
Don't know what that was. Just
You're in. It is your fight. You better... Baz, you better do this fight a lot before Marksman gets nerfed. You're about to lose 10% on it next week, bucko. Right, I need a reload. I've been hearing Fatality go up for a while. Keeping your viewer streak before it dies. Aussie's leaving me. He's not gonna watch on his phone. It's crazy. What's your gear looking like on Devourer? Like this. Don't they hit harder if they're stacked? If they're, like, straight up stacked, yes, but you can actually keep them pretty much side by side in that last phase. And they will not be buffed. They should be stacked enough that you can fully cleave them, without any problems. Is pressing Eradicate without Voidfall stacks meta correct? You try to build the Voidfall stacks before you press it, and you just press it prior to where it would overcap you or your next Void Ray. Sorry, I wasn't looking at chat a super bunch, and yes, anyone questioning, Pug Group, normal raid, playing for fun, better for Devour to Mastery, Flask, or Haste. Depends on your character, but you want more Mastery than you want Haste by a little bit, just because you want your Recklessness Potion to proc Mastery. So the answer really does end up depending on your gear, as well as if you have Veilgore's Final Stairs to Trinket, that's the Mastery on you, because that will force your Potion to Mastery anyway. That was still a 99? I felt like I did not do that boss well at all. It's only a rank 100. Okay, I don't know how much of it was I didn't do the boss well and how much of it was the way we were positioning was horrid. What's that on that shows you upgrading character sheets, etc.? This is a chonky character sheet. I have changed it quite a bit. Got rid of some sections, added crests here, but yeah, it's chonky character sheet. You can edit a lot of stuff in it. Let's do a fresh reset on all the data in there. But yeah, I'm definitely sad that I got like a rank 2 and a rank 3 purse without Hunter's Mark. That's tragic. Sorry guys, I can't parse, I have to hold my line. I don't know, Baz, this is my Hunter's pet. He's such a good boy. Here you go. Take the chair for him. But yeah, Salazar's huge. He's a Maine Coon, he weighs about 30 pounds. Add-on you're using to show others' item level, etc. Like this sheet, it's chunky character sheet. DK has details bug or damage bug? I don't know. Can you ride him around like a horse? I cannot. He is 15 years old, and his hips and joints are bad, because he's very big. Yep, Priest can take off the Divine Shield. Did you say in a video that during meta at 3 Voidfall stacks, Void Ray would give another Voidfall buff? Yes. Only Void Ray, though. Consume doesn't work over the cap, Void Ray does. Watch this, Baz. Wait, Tan is in here too? He just G-quit on us like an hour ago. Dude, this raid lead's so weird. He's currently giving our a monk a test.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Oh, I guess we can just start in the middle of the room. They did not mass a spell, by the way. Okay, fuck you too, Baz. Also, can you tell Tan to do some damage? Ow. Concerning. People need to stop hitting Commander Venel. Dude. These... Ah! I lost a collapsing star. If we had just moved out earlier, I could have pre-positioned, but like, oh my god. I probably still could have played it better. We need to hit Sen when she comes back in. Oh fuck, I target swapped too early. Yippee!
But the light guided my not only for protection.
I should have pressed the collapsing star first, I think. I should get it all. Barely. How much haste did you get before going mastery? Couldn't tell you. Follow your sims. There's no specific percents or anything. You just have to follow sims.
Not after Terralion cut open your own son. Enough! I'll rip out your tongue, Zalatath!
Mother, wait! We can't let her face Salatath alone! Umbridge, bring everyone up there!
Sorry, I did laughing your ass off when it's like you opener. You deserved it. You had like 400k. Your spec is so fucked. Hello, Spiffies. Thank you for relaying Baz's message. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for the follows.
This may feel a little uncomfortable. We must make haste. Zalatath is using Ilaria's rage and pain to erode her mastery over the void.
Rank 44, not
After what happened
awful.
to Terralion and Derator, I can see how Ilaria
Oh.
will struggle to maintain control. I doubt it.
I see.
My favorite champions as well.
We're
I was afraid you might miss this.
What are you doing to her?
we're leaving off here. GG.
Promise, of course. Taking everything she loves, leaving her with nothing but the void.
Import config, please. Skills center monitor. I have a UI video with everything. Do we just sim patchwork? It won't let me sim dungeons 5 minutes. Yeah, don't do dungeon sims. Havoc and Devour is what's better. It's currently Havoc is very slightly better, but both are good. Next week, Devour is going to be slightly better, but both are good. You should really play what you're better at or prefer more. I have a giant lion beside me. Personally, I like Devourer. What can I possibly do very wrong on single target? Honestly, I will say, Crasher, I think I just played the fights up until those last two better. I lost, I think, 2 different collapsing stars on that fight, because I was expecting different tank movement. I was kind of griefed a little bit. But I'm not really sure what you'd be doing wrong on single target, and they're not pure single target. I do have videos on Sims. Let me see if that even worked. It might be Sim, not Sims. That worked. Do you think 35 soul talent is better? Never. I don't think you should ever swap off emptiness. Which spec you like more? I just like both. Don't have an answer. I feel like positioning's really easy on all three of those bosses we did too, so I don't think it's so much that. Nor is it really cooldown timing. It's maybe on the first boss, but everything is just on cooldown. It's just always being in a global. There's also just RNG. Like, our damage can swing heavily pull to pull. Like, there could be a pull where you low roll and high roll, and then that's gonna add, you know, an extra like 5 or 10% damage difference, and then it can like flip around the other way, and yeah, because there's just so much inherent RNG in WoW. Fuck it, let's go back in. Is my log fucking up? He changed dungeon to normal? That's funny. Alright. What are we missing for raid buffs here? Nothing? I think? Mage, Druid, Shaman, Hunter. I think that's kind of it for us, right? Did you guild kill last boss Heroic and Voidspire? No, we raid again on Sunday. Our raid days are super spread apart. Can I show my towns? Yeah. It's literally just the Eradicate build from Wowhead. Parsing 82 on boss damage and 32 on total. It's so dumb. I mean, that just means you're sitting on the boss, right? Is there a reason why top Havoc, DH, and Raid are using a different talent tree than what's on Wowhead? I don't... Let me go look. Like, we talking for Havoc? Or what do you mean? Is that how you practice spam pugs? This is actually something I used to do a lot when I started playing the game back in BFA. I have not done it much recently. But it's something I kind of want to do again. The pot for Mastery is a lot better than for Haste. We talking Flask? Because Flask is a bit better. You want the pot to not go Haste, though, yeah. The Recklessness pot going Haste is a bit worse. But we're talking, like, you'll lose, like, 1% damage, not 10%. thoughts on Havoc slash Devour after buffs. Devourer is a little bit stronger, but Havoc's still perfectly viable. Okay, so, some using 2 Blind Fury, 1 Dancing with Fate with no Screaming. It just depends who you're looking at, I guess. Where is Screaming Brutality shown? I'm literally running it. Oh, no. Scream Brutality. Okay, all top 10 have Scream Brutality on Imperator. All top 10 have Screaming Brutality on Barasius. Why is my scrolling fucking up? All 10 have it on Fallen King. You're looking at Dragons? Okay, well, Dragons is a cleave boss. So, this is... You don't run... Screaming is run for single target, but the top parses on this are AoE padding. Also, I will point out, 5 of the 9 are Kush on 5 different Demon Hunters. Literally 5 of the 9 are Kush on his DH. So, but yeah, it's just the AoE, like, cleave build. I do think him playing Isolated Prey there is crazy and doesn't make much sense. Do you think they're playing Havoc on World First Gaslight Devour? No. So, like, there are DHs playing Devour and there's DHs playing Havoc. The thing is, in World First, your melee players are playing Havoc, your range players are playing Devour. Like, you're not gonna have Shakib playing Devour. Like, Liquid has KSP playing Devour. It's not, you don't slap your DH into it, you slap your multi-specking ranged to it. Because they know ranged movement, and there's a lot of things intrinsically different about melee and ranged play. As for Havoc being played right now, it's because Havoc is literally better for this week, and it's just gonna make splits easier playing something that's better. Plus, again, it's like those are the melee players gearing up their Havocs for if and when it's played.
I'm far from the only one who's hurt people, Alaria. What
Also, Devourer doesn't just, like, look bad, it's just, yeah. It's good right now, it's just not quite as good as Havoc, and it's getting buffed for a reason. I think it's getting over-buffed, but it's definitely going to be better after the patch. Like, on pure single target, that's literally a 10% damage buff, by the way. When you take out Focused Ray, it's something closer to, like, 7 to 8%, but the buffs are massive.
all that talk of your precious family?
Should I craft a hero item? No.
We who broke it.
Do not craft a hero item.
It was the light.
Someone remind me, after I do this raid, I think I'm going to make a video about that before I hop off. Talking about crafts. Never craft a hero item right now. You're just setting yourself behind 80 crests on hero track, which sets you back a full week later for item level for right now that you're going to entirely replace next week. Because when you craft a mythic or craft over it as mythic right after, those 80 heroic crests are just gone permanently.
So weak.
They're not veteran either. They're just, yeah, 259. Just crested. No crests. Or, sorry, just sparked. No crests. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people crafted heroic already. It's really, really unfortunately bad. Okay, let's see how this goes. That feast is not hearty. I will be eating my own food buff. Crafted a heroic glaive already? GG. Is there a way to remove that soul fragment ship from Warcraft logs? No. Also, you can't see Eradicate on Warcraft logs. It literally doesn't exist as a cast in World of Warcraft for some reason, so it's not in logs.
4,
So looking at Devourer logs is kind of really fucking hard.
1.
I pulled a little early again. What the fuck, Baz? You snuck in here too? This fucking guy. Fuck. If I had just a little bit more haste, I could get that last collapsing star. Just a little short. My gear will get better, but I have way too much crit right now. Just Havoc gear. I don't think the Wowhead rotation says that, or if it does, you're probably on the wrong page. Actually, I know for a fact it didn't say that. Because my raid guide was based off the Wowhead guide. No! One fucking soul off. If I had hit a consume and then eradicated, I would have got that. I was not getting the collapsing star off. I did way less damage that time because I got way less AoE out. I wonder why that was. Any situations you don't instant eradicate after Void Ray? Yeah, if you don't have 3 Void Ball stacks. You'll see me do it all the time. You just keep consuming for a little bit if you can try to hit it, but not so much that you'll overcap. Thank you for the follows, guys. Why don't you cast Call inside the meta? You don't care about it. You don't want to cast Call. You want to get Void Ray on cooldown. You don't care about Call at all. You're only pressing Eradicates, Calls, whatever, if it's going to drop Voidfall. It's like, right when you go in, it should be Void Ray, Collapsing Star so you don't overcap, Eradicate after for your 3 stack. So your Void Ray is still going to generate a stack. It doesn't matter. You can see it's still generated. You don't call for the Voidfall because you're going to Eradicate for it. And your Void Ray is going to generate anyway, and your, what's it called, doesn't do anything of, like, interacting with that, your Collapsing Star. Yeah, like, at a call just doesn't seem to work the way you guys think. It's not high priority. You're not trying to press it on cooldown. You're only using it as an activator for Voidfall. While it does good damage with that, you're using it for that or when it has 10 souls from Moment of Craving. But you can pretty much always have those both stack up at the same time. Also, greatly recommend watching my Devourer raid video. Once again, shilling my own guides. Marksman Hunter AoE is insane at the moment. Yep, but it's actually their 2 target. But their 2 target's getting massively nerfed, and it's still gonna be crazy. I think you don't start playing trick shots until 7 targets or 8 targets with Marksman Hunter, I think is what XMap posted. Stop all these recuperates. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think you're ever gonna play trick shots as is. Even Algathar doesn't have big enough pulls for that, and it has good enough prio that... Because trick shot still loses significant amounts of single target versus just playing Hydra. I think... Hydra's just fucking broken. They need to remove Arcane Shot from that or figure something out. But I don't think we're gonna see any trick shots being played. That spec is designed like absolute ass. It feels very good to play though, but holy crap, that is the worst designed spec this game has ever had for sure. Because the thing is, the Hydra change, while it's big, the majority of the value, especially the AoE value, isn't actually in the damage of the Hydra-shotted, like, aim shots and rapid fires. Like, they're big, but it's not like cutting that number in half doesn't do a super significant amount to their overall damage. Because it's really Arcane Shot putting out Sentinels, Mark. Marksman bugged, or is that interaction intended? That's a great question. It's definitely not a bug, but it's a very, very not well thought out interaction that they now have to deal with.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Rip that guy.
Beware.
So like right here, I'm not going to press Eradicate right away. I can build for 3 stacks, then Eradicate. Same here. Build for 3 stacks. Building for 3 stacks. Cover cap there, that wasn't good. I should press Crouching Star before Eradicate. He ripped that guy. Whereas I build back in a meta we push. How much damage is 4-piece? The 4-piece itself or the whole tier set? It's not much. I think it's less than 4% for the whole thing. I don't know how much 4-piece specifically is.
Void Elf. They stood with us while others fled. You owe them more than suspicion. Of course they stood with us.
Crusader, I'm not quite sure what you were asking. Weight consumes what build stacks of that? If you're talking about Voidfall, yes. It says right here. Consume has a 35% chance to grant a stack of Voidfall. Void Ray has a guaranteed stack generation of Voidfall. I don't remember where it's written on one of these. This one here. Fully channeling Void Ray generates 1 stack of Voidfall. So this one's guaranteed. This one only can happen until you have 3 stacks of Voidfall. And Reap consumes them. I'm gonna once again shill my Devourer guide. Put a lot of time into this thing. It must be part of an add-on, but I don't know which one it is, Jivey. It might be MRT? Yeah, I'm not sure. Yes, this. You have macro for combat pots? I have one that only uses rank 1 combat potions. I don't have the IDs for the other. I don't even know if that's gonna go into chat correctly. It probably it might. But this is what I've been using as my macro. It pops your Recklessness potion, and then it pops Puzzle Box. Keep in mind, Puzzle Box is on GCD, Pot isn't. So if you're still in a GCD, you might have to keep pressing it until Puzzle Box goes.
already chosen his fate.
Hero crest on a weapon this week? No. Any hero crests you use on a crafted item are entirely wasted. You're setting yourself back a week. Do not do that. Think it's fine to have Potion of Recklessness macro to avoid meta? Probably. But I'm doing it manually.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fuck. Barely? Barely? I probably shouldn't have dropped that right where the orb spawns, but fuck it.
Beware. Beware.
Alright, little 80k. Heard you mentioned earlier you want more mastery than haste when you pop Recklessness pot? Yes. If you can't get it, it's better to use the main stat combat pot. Don't know, actually. Sim on your character, do a sim of each, and see what sim's better. Just, like, go do a quick sim. Same town build for all bosses. Yeah, arguably you drop Eradicate for Devourer's Bite for Veracious, but
You will face the judgment of the light.
use my hero crest on a weapon. Didn't know I should save him. How cooked am I? Just a week behind on hero crests in the long run. So it'll take you like 5 weeks to be done with them instead of 4 or something like that. Oh, I just walked into the back. The one thing I'll say to keep in mind, guys, is I am not the Devourer expert. I have a lot less playtime into this. I have not been playing it most of this expansion so far because Havoc was incredibly good, and still is incredibly good, but Devour's getting buffed to the moon next week, so I'm putting in a lot of practice now. But I am definitely not the authority on all this for now. So there's a lot of information that I'm missing or I'm getting from sources that you guys have access to as well. Like, sometimes my information literally is coming from other guides. Frequently. Who is? I don't know. For now, it's like you can go to Voodoo, but... The Spec's new. There's not, like, some established knowledge base for it. Oh. I got a rebuff. Pain in the ass trying to gear for both specs right now? Yeah, you're telling me. I found out that most of the gear has to come from Raid for Devourer, and that is pretty bad. Do you enjoy Devourer nearly as much as Havoc? I like it. I like both specs. I do double your damage, so you'll take any advice. And, okay, so the thing is, like, a lot of this, and this is something I've said a lot in the past. A lot of what I'm doing doesn't have to do with my stats, the actual rotation, and knowing exactly what GCD should be pressed at all times, or knowing talent builds, etc. Most of my damage is coming from the fact that I am constantly in a global cooldown. That's what matters. I don't think Devourer loot's still bugged, no. You're glad to have confidence in your tank for this run? Which one? Are we doubting Dorky, or are we doubting Grumpy Chunk Wormrest Accord? Okay, good, good.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I can't cast anymore. He moved away. God, this fight's so awful. I hate it. That was sick, dude. Don't worry, the last time I did this, the tanks also didn't pull the bosses together in P3. Well, until like the last 15-ish%. You can't stack them in Phase 1 and Phase 2, but Phase 3, neither of them fly and you can't stack it. Should you upgrade weapon to Heroic? No. I'll be playing both Devourer and Havoc throughout the season. When to know what to craft second? It depends on your character. For me, it was legs. Unfortunately, now that I've crafted legs, it's very cringe if I'm playing both specs, because it's too expensive to
5,
swap your stuff around.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Dude, it just does that shit. I hate starting on light. This boss just kind of goes like, hey, what if you fucked yourself? And I'm like, I don't want to do that. But then it tells me to do it anyway, and, you know, then we're here. This... Who hit us that time? dude. Playing Dev Bite on this fight? God, no, absolutely not. I don't think you really play it on anything, possibly Veracious, but you don't really play it. Dude, this is awkward. My target died. I deserve that. This is awful. It would have been really funny if he didn't move, because Dorky did tell him to not move. I've even been... These guys are... Oh. Don't worry, Dorky's got this. I don't know how, but he's got it. Now they're buffed. Gamer plate. I did what I could.
She's the one who needs to be careful. I will turn the void itself against her.
You'll burn only yourself. You can come back from this. I mustn't stray. Mustn't. We all stray.
Been practicing trying to do 5 CS, but I can barely do 4 consistently on training dummies. I can tell you right now, I don't count my collapsing stars, so I actually am the wrong person to ask. Such a go to parse for you. Is this progress? This is a pug group.
No, not all. Get a hold of yourself, Bellamy.
I am... I don't know what that was. Just stay back.
Breathe. Let go of the rage. For now.
But yeah, Strife, like, procs will always matter, because there's RNG to how many souls you generate. There's RNG to Fury generation. There's RNG, like, you can proc soul immolations. There's a lot of RNG to it. There's also gameplay to it, so, like, I'm not gonna hope for you. There's probably bad play happening as well, but yeah, there's a lot of RNG to it. It depends on your haste, depends on a lot of factors. Yeah, you should just send all of your champ crests. There's no reason to hold those. How easy is it to swap between playing Havoc Devourer? A lot harder than I would like. You really need... Both of them are hyperscalers off of 2 stats, and they are not the same stats. So you need mastery on both, but then you need a fuckload of haste on Dev, and you need a fuckload of crit on Havoc. And if you don't have the stats to swap, you really should just play one or the other. What do you think about World Tree Roots versus Arcano Weave? I do not run World Tree Root wraps. It's Sim Trap, you do have to collect orbs, do not run that. The only reason it's 400 DPS ahead Honestly, that sounds like a lot. So I'm not sure if there's something else weird going on, but Arcana Weave is good. Okay, going back to parsing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never trust those that turn their back on the light. Shields aren't only for protection. Grasped by the light will.
Good bodies shall be broken!
The light shield is heavy.
I feel like it's always Sen that ends up high health. I'm just gonna hit her.
The light blessing be our bulwark. The light demands your surrender.
Good bodies shall be broken!
Grasped by the light will.
Good bodies shall be broken!
Why is the tank out there?
The light shield is heavy.
You will be crushed!
Shields aren't only for protection.
Trying to catch up to Baz.
Going against the light will reveal its wrath! All out of mercy! Now is the time for retribution!
You think they'd notice, hey, maybe we should get out of the big red circle. They're all just dead.
Overcome!
That's insane. They're like lemmings. They have no self-preservation skills. Holy fuck.
The light shield is heavy.
You will be crushed!
Grasped by the light. Shields aren't only for protection.
Good bodies shall be broken!
The light shield is heavy.
You will be crushed!
The light silence brings the peace.
Shields aren't only. The light demands your atonement.
Damn. That silence came out a lot sooner than I thought it would.
Broken!
The light shield is heavy.
You will be crushed!
Shields aren't only for protection. Grasped by the light's will. The light shield is heavy.
You will be crushed!
Shields aren't only for protection.
Good bodies shall be broken!
The light shield is heavy.
You will be crushed!
Grasped by
Baz, stop padding.
will.
You're really padding on this boss HP, man.
Only for protection.
Just need you to be ethical and stop doing damage for once.
Bodies shall be broken!
The light blessing be our bulwark. The light demands your surrender. But the light, I did
141k seems good. Right? That's pretty good.
But perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Not after Turalian cut open your own.
That's a rank 1. Baz didn't get a rank 1. Get fucked, Baz. You know what's funny? This guy in 3rd place that I did 18k more DPS than, he got a rank 12. He actually did very well. He wasn't even dead! Holy fuck. I just tripled this guy's damage.
This
Hey,
might feel a
you
little
did well though, Pedro.
uncomfortable.
Your resonates ethical, Hunter. I hate that that's true. Like, I genuinely hate that that is an accurate statement because X-Man is so goddamn unethical.
Erode her mastery over the void. After what happened with Terralia and Devourer,
You're clipping that? Good, send it to him too.
struggle to maintain.
Ethically, of course.
And my favorite champions as well.
Guys, my hair is so fucked.
Afraid you might
So my gear, sure.
What are you doing to her?
Keeping my promise, of course. Taking everything she loves, leaving her with nothing but the void.
You look good, sir. Oh, my hair is just all over the place because I went to sleep with wet hair. By the way, guys, this is going to be a short stream. I'm done in about 30 minutes. Could be a little longer than that, but it's somewhere around there. Wait, did two of the healers leave? Is that what happened? It did. our, our third healer just left. Don't you hate the pressure from your headset on your glass branches? I always used to hate it. This headset in particular, I haven't really had issues with. It's got very squishy pads. But I've had issues with that in the past. I'm going to the washroom while we get people. Are the VOD and Twitch free? Yep, my Twitch VOD is free. Also, my Twitch VODs are also on YouTube now as well, if you prefer that. Since I'm live streaming to Twitch and YouTube. Thank you guys for all the support, by the way. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate everyone that subs, watches, lurks, donates, whatever you guys do. I do appreciate all of you. It helps me keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna go to the washroom though. Be right back. I'm back. Are you supposed to send both crafts this week? I did. I crafted legs. My problem is now that I don't want to swap back and forth between... Thank you for the sub, by the way, Sokja. Greatly appreciate you. Dude, is it doing the thing where it's not popping up again? Oh no, there it is, we're good. Also, side note, do you guys want to see my big ham of a cat? I put him on the chair. He's been chilling here for an hour now. There's a chance I don't put him up on the chair much, but he seems to really like it when I do. He's probably going to stay up here for a couple hours. Because he likes being beside me. But he has a couch right over here. Normally he lays in that spot. I think this is just like a new view for him. Also, you guys want to see something else? When I pull my hand away, he's going to reach for it with his paw and grab it back down. And he has quite big muscles. Got a strong cat pull. Guy's really putting the freak into his name. Freaking allergic to cats. I know a lot of people that are allergic to cats that live with them anyway. We eradicate every time after I-Beam. After Void Ray, no, not necessarily. You want to build up for Voidfall stacks often. I probably should have read whatever Dorky was saying. Hold on, what are we killing? We're killing Demiar, Vortilus, Morium. So this is actually entirely different from my raid. Silver Arrow hitting the one killing. Easy enough. So we're killing this one first. Is Havoc going to be bad for pushing M+? God, no. It's going to be really good. I don't know if it's going to be meta, but it's going to be really good. Do you think we'll get big stacks? I don't even know what that means. Are you talking, like, the debuffs on the ads that take bonus damage? Because I can't actually see them on my UI. I've never seen those buffs, so I don't know how many we normally get. I just know sometimes the mob just fucking dies. Did you like Devour a lot in Beta M+? I did. I still do. Fuck you guys, I go for the... What a fucked up day. Guys, I fucked up. What is that guy doing? Dude, what the fuck? Shoot the thing, shoot the thing, shoot the thing, shoot the thing. There's a very clear animation on that. Okay, we're doing horrible. So... You guys, shoot the fucking Ah. Okay. God bless. I legitimately don't see the stacks. And I don't know why.
No one is safe. The burden is more than you can bear.
This was a horrible Void meta. How much harder is this boss on Heroic? Don't know, haven't pulled it. Is she hittable? Can I generate here? I can. Okay, so not the worst meta in the world. Just really bad.
Posturing, Alaria. It's time to embrace what you truly are.
It's actually kind of funny comparing this as a caster versus a melee. It's so free as a melee. It's still free as a caster, but... These can't be stacked, right? Can they?
I never miss a shot. All of this is your own doing. You brought this on yourself.
I hate Devourer on this boss. We're really happy till we died. You know. What do you do with Vengeful once Hunt comes off cooldown after opener? Do you use it regardless? Ooh. You just need it to overlap an I-beam window, so you need to use it within about 8 seconds of I-beam coming up. So if I-beam's on like a 15-second cooldown, hold it till it's like 8 or less. Because you're double damage buffing it. Sorry if I missed your question before. My bad. Have you decided yet what you're going to play, Havoc or Devourer in M+? I'll be playing a mix of both. I don't think Void Scar's good, no. I don't think Void Scar is good for Devour. I think Fellscard is good for Havoc.
1.
Do not interfere.
Can't look at chat during pull, sorry.
The burden is more than you can bear.
Fuck! I'm not used to caring about that.
No one is safe.
Anyway, cancel that. God damn it. Not my pull.
No one is safe. Get away while you can. The burden is more than you can bear. No one is safe. All of this is your own doing.
Why did people swap so early?
No one is safe. The burden is upon us. The power. I can't contain it. Champions, he's lost control.
Defend yourselves!
You swapped to pad? Ah, I see. This is gonna be a very good boss for sure.
Enough posturing, Alaria. It's
Thank you for the follow-up. I have 2 Demon Hunters, but I'm just swapping stuff on my main DH. I'm not playing 2 different Demon Hunters for 2 different specs. That's not a thing.
Get away while you can! I never miss a shot.
Am I just not getting just healed? Like, Jesus Christ, that was fucking brutal.
Get away while you can! I never miss a shot. Get away while you can! I never miss a shot.
Ideally, we don't swap over and get a debuff. I think that guy just killed himself a little bit. She's actually hittable while she's in the air here.
Ground is breaking apart! Damn you, Zalatat! Release her!
I told you to hold still. You cannot break the void's grasp. You cannot break the void's grasp. This is my fight. Now you're pinned down. You cannot break the void's grasp. I will see Zalatat cannot break the void's grasp.
Can I just ask if it was bad luck? The fight doing exactly what it should be doing? Yeah, sorry, Devourer should be meta now, after the buffs.
You cannot break the void's grasp. None will stand in my way. Fade out.
It's like, maybe doable at best?
Now you're pinned down.
No, we're dead.
You were warned. You brought this on yourself.
I don't think he was in the right spot there, but... So Hunt comes off cooldown, IBM Vengeful are both ready to go. Okay, that doesn't... Timing-wise, I don't think that does happen, for what it's worth. Like... And when you say ready to go, we saying, like, they happen to all come up at the exact same time? Are you holding, or, like, what do you... Want the vault be weird, then? Yeah, it's just... Trying to gear for both. You know by any chance if the poor piece achieve allows you to get cata charges beyond the 2-week limit? Yes, it does. But like, essentially Vengeful is just used to keep an instinct for IBM after. Yeah, you would use, and you would just double stack Inertia, which makes it just last longer. You just use it all. But, yeah. Oh. Wonder what the percent drop is. I don't know. One of my guildies is filled already. He said it drops from like a BG Blitz, like solo queue rated battlegrounds. I haven't done any since getting it unlocked, but yeah. I don't have anything to upgrade. Like I don't have heroic pieces or anything. Gotta be honest, this fight's P1 sucks. Like, so bad. We haven't had a, like, useless phase 1 phase like this in so fucking long. Gotcha, Raynar. Appreciate your DH content. Do you think over-the-sea latency might cause issues playing Devourer? Not more so than playing Havoc, no. It's not going to be ideal either way, but it shouldn't really do much to disrupt you. Ever a time in raid encounter where you hold meta? I mean, yeah. There probably will be, especially for parsing over doing ethical or good boss damage. But not frequently, and I don't have any examples for you. Well, I guess, like, this boss, I'm not literally hitting it on cooldown.
5, 4, 3.
Stay back! Do not interfere! You cannot break the void's grasp.
Soften my cast this time. Did not get myself silenced on pull. Kind of big. Improving.
No one is safe.
Had to stay because I was the one shooting.
No one is safe.
I see what Baz is doing. You're fucking disgusting.
The burden is more than you
You are no longer the most ethical hunter in Resonate, by the way.
No one is safe. The burden is more than you can bear.
I already shot it! You're just clearing the buff! So if these guys don't have their shield on anymore, you should not shoot them, because you're taking the damage increase to them off. And now, like, that meta, I'm saving, because I could have pressed it for, like, a second, but no. X-Mab would do it. Yeah, he would in a pug normal. You're right.
Enough posturing, Alaria. It's time
Just continue spamming this whole phase. You're just gonna keep generating souls. Even if they're useless, you're gonna roll, like, a small damage buff. You're all filled on Voidfall stacks. I actually should have sent a Void Ray early to generate an extra Voidfall stack in hindsight.
Get away while you can.
That's unfortunate. We are not doing these ads right. Our Death Knight's just not gripping.
Get away while you can!
Not a great bait again, but doesn't really matter. Why am I tanking right now?
Get away while you can!
This is a problem.
I never miss a shot.
He gets barrier off. That's a nasty-ass overlap.
Look out! The ground is breaking apart!
Damn you, Zalatat! Release her!
All of this is your own doing!
Holy fuck, dude. I went to 500 health. Dorky died, though.
Now you're pinned down. The burden is more than you can bear.
This is a fucking... Okay, I see. So it never got dispelled off me, even though I was dead, and it could have been swapped to somebody else, so I didn't die.
You cannot break the void's grasp. You will not. This is my fight. Now you're pinned down.
I'm a little tilted.
All of this is your own doing.
Bruh.
The burden is more than you can bear. All of this is your own doing. I see Zalatat slaughtered. You were warned.
Our strat is goated. I'm about to go steal your fucking pad. Is it safe to assume that you want to send your catalyst as soon as possible, even on champion gear, to get 4-piece? Yes. As soon as you get 4-piece, you're good to go.
All of this is your own doing. Trust no one.
The gear's breaking. Did you board LVI? I don't know what that means. I don't have LVI. Is Havoc better until patch? Yeah. Just need Dorky to not wipe us. You could maybe kind of. But...
Five, four, three, two, one.
Stay back! Do not interfere! You cannot break
Operation Ruin Baz's pad is happening. Guys, I fucked up.
No one is safe! No one is safe! Get away while you can! The burden is more than you can bear. Don't make me do this! No one is safe!
Okay, I'm pressing this meta.
The burden is more than you can bear.
So I think I can build into another one.
Don't make me do this! The power! I can't contain it!
At the very least, I can do it pretty fast.
Fight it, Mother. You're stronger than the void. She can't hear us.
Enough posturing, Valeria. It's time to embrace what you truly are. Get away while you can! I never miss a shot.
Tank ruined it? Dude, the tank wasn't hitting the ads. They were just running at other people every fucking time. Like, right past him.
Get away while you can!
Fucking destroying her this time, though. That was good. Thank God I got spelled off me that time. I don't just get to sit and die. Okay, are we just dead? Defensiving? We're dead. Oh, we're good. That made this meta very good instead of very bad.
Look out! The ground is breaking
Fuck.
apart!
Damn you, Zalatat! Release her!
I told you to hold still.
That guy almost just ran off the edge. That would have been fucking hilarious to get on stream.
There's more than you can bear.
Get one more collapsing star here. Fucking big meta.
The burden is more than you can bear. None will stand in my way.
We don't have a gateway, do we? We do.
I told you to hold still.
I'm glad that I don't play a class where I need to worry about that at all, and I can just flame other people for dying to it. I feel like running out to break the tether, no matter what, is so fucking easy.
Burden is more than you can bear. This is my fight. Now you're pinned down. You cannot break the void.
Easy. I don't think I suck at moving my character efficiently. I've never once fucked up in my whole life. Shift over Fell Rush? Shift is just one of the best buttons in the fucking game. Insane. Okay, Crown of the Cosmos, super cringe to parse on. Because of all that P1 bullshit. Like, what the fuck is this? How much damage are you doing to the Void Droplets, Baz? How big are the damage amps on these guys? Okay, don't look at my Void Droplet damage. Anyway. Heard something about being unethical? A funny thing, it got fucked this pull, but he was swapping over to the big ad that we're not killing, and just cleaving onto 10 ads, plus having all those ads die and ramp it up. And just hitting it alone. So when we got to it, it was at like 50% health the one pull, as our last ad to kill. You using the same spec for all bosses? Yeah, using the cleave build. 100% chance X-Map would do it in a normal pug. Dude, X-Map goes into normal pugs and stands in fire with a healing ring on so he can 100 parse on HPS. Overall thoughts on how Dev felt after that raid? I think Dev is incredibly good. Honestly, it was better than I expected. I honestly think people thinking that Dev is weaker than Havoc. Like, Havoc's just really good, but Dev is also really fucking good. And I think a lot of the thoughts on it are just based on Devourer being a lot harder to min-max and squeeze all your damage out of. Glad I got 100 parts. I once again must state, my Devourer gear, not amazing. My Devourer is simming 9k. I think, yeah, 9k below my Havoc. I don't have good trinkets for it. I have way too much crit, not enough haste and mastery. I also think the Slate Spire core is kind of sim bait because I can't stand in that fucking beam all the time. But it's what I got. What's your dev sim at the moment? 71k. 71k on this and just over 80k on Havoc. You found X-Man in your random BG Blitz? I hope you're against him, and I hope you killed him, because he's been whining about healers for days. How much haste? Hey, if you have 330 or... Nope, that's not right. If you have 380 haste, you should probably not be spec'd into Devour. But my stats are down here. Was just rating Heroic and my parses were much lower than I was hoping. Any advice? I mean, yeah, there's just a billion different reasons for that. It could be you playing not well. It could be you being less geared. Well, it's gonna be a mix of a ton of things. But, like, not playing as well or not playing perfectly. There's a lot of min-maxing there. There's min-maxing with gear. A lot of people just have a lot more gear than you could possibly have. I don't know if your raid comp was missing any raid buffs. I don't know if your tanks were doing stuff in a way where it was hard for you to get effective cleave. I don't know if you were effectively cleaving with your positioning. There's a million different things. But no matter what, I'm going to link you to my guide. My guides. Because I also don't know if you're playing Devourer or Havoc. Not that boss. Crown of the Cosmos. My shock when the multi-dot specs are all insane on this fight. God, there's a Shadow Priest over 100k. Boss damn. That's so gross. What was I even at on Devourer? I actually don't know if I'd be on this yet, but... Only 63k. So I'd be down here. Jesus, all the way down here. So not a super good parse here, all things considered. But my Lifeline at Vanguard was fucking gross. Should have mentioned I'm on Devour and start playing after watching your vids. Love your content. Hell yeah. Which add-on changes how your character sheet looks? Chunky character sheet. Chunky character sheet. The gap here is so funny, though. Like, the bottom of top 100 is 111k, and this... Like, I'm doing 25% more damage than that. I'm very geared, though. I mean, some other people are too. This guy's fucking 258? Excuse me? After this round of tuning, I wonder how many fewer Havoc parts we'll have. A lot. A hell of a lot less. Oh look, I got the rank 1 here too. Dude, there's so much KSP up here. Oh cool, I can have 2 different specs up at the top. So I have rank 1 and rank 15. Hey, this is word up. But oh my god, look at all the Kush and KSP parses. KSP, Kush, KSP, Kush, KSP, Kush. Literally these fucking 5 in a row. Another KSP here. And another KSP here. And here. So I'm gonna assume he has 20 fucking Devourers. KSP rank 2 at 244 eye level. I wonder if something got weird in this kill. Because, like, yeah, look at the fucking Void Orb damage. 17 mil. How much did I do? 12 mil. Oh, that was on Havoc. I'm sure I did a lot less on my Devour. Because it's so hard to get effective cleave on these. They die way too fast. Yeah, I got 8 mil here. I don't know how the fuck he got that much. That is insane. Oh, actually, with Blood Death Knight, this would be a lot better. Mass would be awesome for that. But by the time they stack, they're already, like, mostly dead on Dev. I got rank 1 and rank 4 for boss damage. Rank 3 and rank 11 here. Let's go. I like Parsing. Womp womp. Rank 32. KSP was mage before. Mage, yeah, but range player. And, like, that's the thing. Most of the people that are going to be good Devourers are going to be mage player rerolls. This fight is literally just fucking Void Supremacy. What is this? The first Havoc we see is down at 24th. I'm all the way down at 78th. Wait, look at these fight durations. 210, 220, 340. Holy fuck, they destroyed that boss. Mine was a pug, so this is, like, not super surprising, but good god. Havoc or Devo for raid? It's a mix of both for what's better per boss right now. As of next week, it's going to be very Devourer favored with the buffs coming to Devour. I wouldn't say it's going to make Devourer way ahead of Havoc. It's going to be a little ahead. I I do think they probably overbuffed it a little bit. Just think how goated our parses next week will be in raid. Right? Gonna walk in and just own. Can't wait. Smoking crack with that buff. Uh I don't know about all that. The so like the buffs are pretty big, but it's 10% in pure single target, only if your Void Ray doesn't hit another target at all. Which will happen, but it won't happen consistently or anything. We're probably looking at something closer to about 8%. And that's for boss damage. On actual like AoE cleave most fights, it's probably gonna be closer to like 4 or 5%. And with where they're standing, that's probably gonna put them at the top overall. I don't think it's overpowered, but it's gonna be like kind of right above where the current top 3 best are, but they're getting nerfed. And I think Devour is gonna be like equalish or just right above them. As for single target, do you think the single target's good? Let me. First things first, you need to get a cooldown manager, man. If you're trying to play Havoc Devour effectively and you don't track Voidfall, you literally can't do the rotation correctly. Because your Reaps and Eradicates are pressed, like if you Eradicate here, it's bad. But you need 3 stacks of Voidfall, then you would Eradicate. I guess you do have the things, but like you should really know the stack count that you're at. Double check here. So you Eradicate. This Eradicate's going to give you enough to meta, so it should be Eradicate into meta. I believe you Void Ray. That's fine, I guess, actually. Because then you'll bring it in, you'll Eradicate, you should Void Ray, then you should Collapsing Star into Eradicate. You just chunked that Eradicate, you never used it. So that was really not good. Because I think because you never hit 3 stacks of Voidfall, you didn't press. But you go all the way to this Void Ray and you never press it. So you never use your Moment of Craving Reap, which is just DPS loss. So that's bad. And then it's overwrit by that one. So you're only pressing on 3 stacks of Voidfall, but not if you're going to lose the Eradicate. It's like, for the most part, this is fine, but again, didn't use it before you Void Raid, so you're wasting. Okay, so pretty much when you Void Ray, you get this buff here, Moment of Craving, which makes Reap or Eradicate pick up 10 souls instead of 4, and with this talent here, basically that means it's an 80% damage amp instead of 32. So you need to use that before you Void Ray. Your Void Ray is either going to be when you have 3 stacks of Voidfall, or before your Moment of Craving is wasted. Which means the global before Void Ray comes up, you should be hitting your Eradicate, if you still have it. The character sheet add-on is Chonky character sheet, CM Rock. For what it's worth, Blizzard's buffs and nerfs in this patch were basically perfect. Getting a phone call, one sec, guys. I'm back. That was just my dad. I mentioned it on stream a couple times, but he had some medical stuff, and I had to take him to the hospital the other day. Seems he's back home and doing better. There is going to be something else planned for the future, but yeah. So he's doing really well today, so that's good. I don't have an RQI profile for Vengeance. Hopefully someone else can help you with it. You can always set it up pretty easily, though, VM. It's honestly something where, like, maybe I should just go in and set up a Vengeance profile for people at some point, especially because now you can batch all the profiles together, which is really cool. So I'd probably try to do it, but he said that he never eradicates unless he has Void Full Stack and Pure Single Target. He's just doing the wrong rotation then. You can also fit 5 Collapsing Stars with or without doing that. It definitely depends on your haste a lot, and it might be that, like, he's super low on haste, and then pressing less reaps lets him more consistently get another Collapsing Star, but I guarantee that a lot of the time, he's just would have got it anyways, and he's just wasting damage. It's just worse. Crasher, if you're hitting enough targets, that definitely can happen. Because we have a 4% chance per target hit to generate a soul, and then we have Sweet Release, so another 4%. So you have every target hit has an 8% chance per damage event to spawn a soul. That works on Eradicate, that works on Collapsing Star, that works on Voidfall Meteors. I believe that works on the World Killer. Wait, no, not World Killer. There's a Collapsing Star power here. This one, Dark Matter. I think it works on Dark Matter. So if you do get a Collapsing Star and Eradicate on AoE, and you're dropping Voidfall Meteors and the Dark Matter Meteors, you have a lot of damage events happening and a lot of soul generation in AoE. That's part of the reason why Annihilator, Devourer has such good AoE scaling. As soon as we enter meta, do we Void Ray Insta or Collapsing Star? You Void Ray Insta. Collapsing Star is not a cooldown. I will say for that, JoJo, because I do have to go in a second here, guys. I did say this would be a shorter stream. I'll do my guide there. I have a full raid guide that goes over the rotation and why you do it that way. But yeah, after meta, it's Void Ray, Collapsing Star, Eradicate. Is there any bosses you play Havoc on after the Devourer notes? I honestly don't know. Quite possibly Nexus King or Falling King Saladar. Probably likely to be Veilgore and Ezerak, the dragons as well. Maybe Chimeras. And I'm really not sure for the 2 in the Quill and Moss raid. But I am gonna have to go in a second here, guys, so let me find someone to host you all over to for the Twitch stream. For the YouTube stream, just gonna end it. I don't know if there even is hosting or anything on YouTube. When we smuggle Eradicate to meta, do we do... if you smuggle Eradicate in, you just Eradicate, then Void Ray, then CS, then Eradicate, yes. So that's definitely not Vlad. But what if... Well, let me see who I want to send you guys to. I'm actually going to send you guys to Yargi. Yargi is new in Liquid. Also, Yargi watches my stream sometimes, so... Devour's minimum haste requirement? There isn't one, just follow your sims. You just want a lot of haste, there's no minimums, there's nothing like that. But yeah, have a nice day, guys. I appreciate all of you greatly. Yargi's actually on a Warlock right now, might just be a split character, though. But I'll see you guys later. Love y'all. Bye.